guys, or should I say, howdy y'all. So in my last video, Perth Comics left a comment saying, "Hey Greta, can you do a video on the rise and fall of movie genres? Fall of musicals, westerns, and the rise of superhero movies, etc." Thank you for the suggestion, Perth Comics. So for this video, I wanted to focus solely on the western genre, and I didn't want to do all three of those genres because then it would just be like, you know, a really long video, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool if I could make it all these different episodes, and yeah. Alright guys, grab your cowboy hats and let's get right into it. Westerns are one of the oldest major genres of American cinema. They are a tribute to the American frontier, the border between civilization and the wilderness. The popularity of westerns has ebbed and flowed over the last 100 years, and there are many subgenres, including the epic western, the singing cowboy western, the spaghetti western, the neo-western, the revisionistic western, the comedy western, the post-apocalyptic western, and the space western. The very first western was actually one of the first movies with a cohesive story, Edwin S. Porter's The Great Train Robbery. The Great Train Robbery is about bandits who, you know, rob a train. This film is considered a breakthrough in filmmaking. It used a lot of back then unconventional techniques like complex editing, including cross-cutting, on-location shooting, and frequent camera movement. The first big-budget film of the silent era was a western called The Covered Wagon, which cost $800,000 to make and made $4 million at the box office. This feature-length film tells the story of a wagon train traveling through the frontier, encountering harsh weather conditions and antagonistic Indians. The success of this film encouraged Hollywood to make more westerns in the following years. Between the two world wars, Hollywood specialized in tales of heroes and good versus evil stories. In Stagecoach, John Wayne's character Ringo is an escaped outlaw who is taken in by a stagecoach traveling to New Mexico. On their journey, the characters grow fond of each other, and Ringo is redeemed when he helps save everyone from an Apache attack. Stagecoach was a huge success, earning 2 Academy Awards and nominated for Best Picture. In the 1950s and 60s, American westerns were influenced by Japanese samurai films. Most notably, The Seventh Samurai was remade into The Magnificent Seven. Also in the 1960s, television became a staple in the modern American household. Therefore, several western television shows were produced, such as The Lone Ranger, Maverick, and Gunsmoke. From the 1950s through the 70s, the image of the cowboy grew darker and more complex. In the midst of the Vietnam War, the anti-hero became the idol of American cinema. Clint Eastwood became the epitome of the anti-hero in westerns in this era. The western genre began to decline in popularity in the 1980s, starting with the box office failure of Heaven's Gate. Audiences were tired of seeing Indians as the bad guys. So I guess Marlon Brando was right. There are very few memorable westerns in the 1980s, but at the end of the decade, the genre was revived. In Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner's character Dunbar attempts to understand the Native Americans rather than try to annihilate them. This western humanizes the Indians, and with an audience that admired the political correctness of the film, it also became a huge success. The 1990s continued the resurgence of the genre, including other hits such as Unforgiven and Tombstone. So, what do most westerns made in the last 10 years have in common? You guessed it. They're remakes. Okay, there have been a few original stories too, such as the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, Appaloosa, and the Hateful Eight. I think nowadays most people seem to be bored with westerns, and Hollywood is trying to like spice it up again by bringing in like aliens and robots. But it seems that westerns were pretty popular for the majority of the 20th century, so maybe in the near future we're gonna get another revival of the genre. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you have a film-related topic that you want me to cover, please comment it down below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. Alright guys, I will see you guys for the next one. Bye!